This is a video I probably should have made a long time ago, but honestly, I didn't really know what questions were going to be the most common up front. But now I know I'm making the video now, better late than never. So I get asked a lot of questions, and they're almost always the same set. So I figured I might as well answer them all here in this video. Forgive me for wearing the same shirt I did in the last video. It's been about 10 minutes since I made that last video, so cut me a break. Anyway, frequently asked questions. The first is like, when are you moving to Singapore? Well, in this case, it's Thursday, so that's not very far away. How long are you going to be there for? 3 years. So we're coming back. Why are you moving? We're moving for my wife's work. Are you still going to have a job? I will. I am going to be employed by my same employer, continuing on, which is awesome. Going to be working out of an international office rather than the one here in the US, but very pumped up, very excited that that's working out. Are you keeping the house? We are keeping the house, which is awesome. Very excited to keep the house. What are you doing with your DeLorean? Are you keeping that? Are you bringing that to Singapore? I am not bringing the DeLorean to Singapore. I'm storing it here. So, here in the US. So I can't take the car. In fact, car registrations are incredibly expensive in Singapore. It can cost about 40 grand just to put license plates on the car, is what I'm told. And then you've got additional fees, import fees and all of that. It would cost me more than the DeLorean's worth to bring it over there. The DeLorean isn't worth 40 grand to start with. And then if you've got that and additional fees, it just doesn't make sense. Are you going to use public transit? Or are you going to rent or buy a car when you're there? Again, cars are really expensive. So we're going to be using public transit most of the time. For sure the first month. We'll see how that goes. I expect it to work really well. After Heather's talked with a number of her coworkers, she expects that to go really well as well. So that's probably what we're going to do. I'm less sure about how we're going to do things like get groceries or what's involved in setting up utilities and getting government ID. We have appointments to do this stuff. I just don't know how to do the details yet, and so a lot of this stuff is going to be figure out as you go and make your way as you go. I again probably won't be able to do videos of each and every one of those things, but I'll be sure to come back and give you a report out like this on what's going on there. Trying to think of other questions. The other big one that I get a lot right now, just because it's topical, is the coronavirus. So the coronavirus, if you're watching this months or years later, was a big thing at the end of 2019, very beginning of 2020. And this is really big in China. It's spreading like wildfire there. It's essentially a really bad case of the flu. It's similar to that. Symptoms are similar to that. And it ultimately, there have been numerous deaths. It's more deadly than the flu. It looks like about 2 to 4% of reported cases are fatal. But Singapore has a great healthcare system. So if I were to get it, I'm not too worried because I know I'd be treated very well. And then also the only cases that they've had so far are from people that have flown into Singapore from China. There is a large Chinese population in Singapore, so people are flying back and forth between Singapore and China on a regular basis. So that's not unusual. But those that have come have not transmitted it to anyone else in Singapore. They've been quarantined and it's stopped with them. So not too worried about that. I'm not bringing the whole face mask along. Everything I've read says that if you're if you're practicing good hygiene, washing hands, not touching your face all the time after you touch stuff, you're probably going to be fine. It's not transmitted via the air, so good hygiene goes a long way in staying healthy. And I think that about covers it for the FAQs. But if there's something else I missed, no doubt I did. I probably forgot something, and you're all screaming at me about why didn't you answer this question? Leave it in the comments, and I'll address it there, and then everybody should be happy, right? Yeah. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I never say that, but if you enjoy watching updates, please subscribe. These updates are going to keep coming as we get out to Singapore. And the best way to stay current is to subscribe. If you know me on Facebook, follow along there. I post some of this stuff on Facebook. Updates like this don't make it to Facebook. But definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to stay current. Thank you.